Ladies and gentlemen, this is the report of the week, and we are now on the air. Well, it's a Monday. Certainly a Monday. What are you going to do with that, right? It's a Monday. We got the whole week ahead of us here. Certainly do. Well, it's the end of a Monday. I guess that's a good thing. 4 days left. And we got the weekend. That's what we live for, right? So, number one, hope you all had a good weekend. I truly do. Hope you're all doing well. Number two, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to us for another show. Greatly appreciated. As I said before, I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing all right. I'm going. It's going, as they could say. I've been sitting here thinking. If you know, today's show is about The Walking Dead. Season finale was last night. But I'm sitting here listening to UVB 76 live. Here it is. Yeah, live. Nothing exciting there, but it's good ambient sound. Infamous, of course, but I'll talk about that later. But I was sitting here, I was thinking about The Walking Dead, and a lot happened in last night's episode. It was the season finale, so now we got to go 6 months without any more Walking Dead goodness. That's good for you for you people who don't watch the show. That means you get 6 months without having to worry about me BSing like this. But for those of you that do watch the show, I don't know, what did you think of the finale? You don't have to answer this, of course. How would I know what you think about it? But if you want, you could share your thoughts with me. Of course, I'd always be interested to hear your voice on this show. Season finale, though, I think a lot happened. Truly, a lot happened. And I've got a lot to cover here. I certainly do. So anyway, what do you think? Should I go with the this station going in the background? I mean, there could be worse. I could have a news station or something going. Could have this station going. Some station going. Nah, forget it. It would be a distraction. It would be a distraction. Anyway. Well, we've gone the weekend. Survived the weekend without hearing a new show from me. That being said, though, we've been drowning in fan mail. I've got the inbox completely full. So let's just get some time right now. We'll read a few emails, answer a few questions, and we'll get back to you. Let's check it out. YouTube.com/The Report of the Week. Hey, The Report of the Week, brother. I always watch your videos, and I feel that they're very entertaining, although almost all of the products you review are not available where I live. I hope your life is going great, but sometimes when I watch your videos, I have a weird feeling that you are sad. I hope I'm overthinking some of your ways of expressing things. You look like a fun, smart, and cool dude. I agree with your last video about the internet and no rules equaling the worst of people, so try to ignore the haters. I hope your videos keep on coming. Forgive my English, as this is not my native language. Greetings from Chile, South America. See how far your videos and fans go. VORW. I love it. The atmosphere, just sound, no video except drawings, is fantastic. It's really great to listen to at night. Makes me feel as if I'm in a submarine, which I like, even though I've never been in one. Fair enough. I really like that first one from Chile. Certainly, it's great to see, that people all around the world are hearing our voice. Here's the report of the week. I look forward to you posting a new video every week when I'm at work, and believe it or not, running on empty has influenced more than a few of my purchases. Most recently, White Castle frozen burgers. The good ones are never recognized in their time. Sorry if your bad apples ruined the bunch for you. Well, that's what happens. It's what happens, sometimes things just don't work out, and you just can't get things perfect. Hey man, I just wanted to let you know my friends and I eagerly await each of your videos each week. When they come out, we could critique them in a manner and style similar to yours truly. Ireland loves you. Please give a shout out to. Now, I apologize if I mispronounce any of these names, but do note that I'm trying here. Please give a shout out to Chris C, Shauna, Rob H, and Rob B, Teddy, Cian, Cillian, Nico, Ruddle, Doyler, Ian, Nana, Sam W, and Sam R, Tim, Harry, and Dro. It would mean a lot to us. Also, if you could give us that trademark cheeky grin alongside an utterance of "it is what it is," it would make us all our days. Please respond. The lads from Ireland. Well, my next video, the next one I film, I have a few videos backlogged that I'll be uploading first, but the next one I film live, I'll do, and it is what it is, near the beginning, and I'll give that grin just for you guys. I live in California, but my friend lives in New York City. I don't know how we found your channel, but we watch/listen whenever you post. My personal favorite is your Running on Empty series. I hope you keep it up. Even if you have to repeat, it's a great holistic view of food and fashion. As for the comments, props to you for not enabling them. I have a lot of respect for that. Keep up the good work, and your content has facilitated an East Coast/West Coast relationship. Isn't that great, ladies and gentlemen? Isn't that great? From Chile to California to Ireland, all around the world, my voice is being heard. It's great to see people are enjoying the lectures also, and the videos and the Running on Empty reviews. I just wanted to write you a quick note and let you know that I enjoy your videos thoroughly. I hate that you are receiving so much crap from 4chaners and Redditors, but both sites are frequented by the dregs of society. I want you to know that I think your show is a lot of class, and it's on your part to continue making videos after being discovered by those sites. It not only shows class, but it shows that you've got a lot of courage and willpower to not be bullied by the scum. Kudos to you. I'm glad you're not a wimp who gives up easily. Thanks for the great videos, and please keep up the good work. I certainly will. I'm definitely going to try. We got a lot of fan mail here. I know this is about The Walking Dead, so I'm going to have to skip a few and we'll just read them on the next show. Alright. Let's see. Hey, Review Bar. Been really enjoying the VORW segments you're doing now. I was wondering if you could start including a downloadable link to your segments. I'd love to lift while listening to your lectures. Thanks. I'll see what I can do about that. Definitely will. Dear Report of the Week, my girlfriend and I absolutely love your show. We look forward to every upload. Your food and drink reviews are our favorite, but we enjoy every upload. My girlfriend wants to know if you wear casual clothes or if you dress nice all the time. She loves the suits. Thank you so much for your videos, and keep up the good work. Well, for the most part, let's be honest, my entire wardrobe consists of suits, dress pants, dress shirts, ties, and what have you. My policy right now is, I refuse to appear in public without a shirt and tie on, in the very least. On the very warmest of days in the summer, you might catch me wearing a pair of khaki dress pants and a polo, tucked in, of course. But that's on like 90-degree days. Otherwise, I'm wearing a shirt and tie in the very least when it's warmer, or a jacket and tie, a full suit, what have you. But my casual clothing's a shirt and tie. It's that simple. Hey, quick question. Maybe you could answer on VORW. What do you do when you're not doing videos? Do you have a social life at all? I'm interested in hearing your response. Well, I have a crew of friends that I chat with and hang out with, but when I'm not doing these, I like to just sit around on the computer. I do stuff. I like to listen to shortwave radio, and I'm gonna have to do a whole lecture on that because people have a big misinterpretation about shortwave radio. But what can you do? Maybe it's just what I'm into. I don't know. But I like to listen to shortwave radio, all the stations there and what have you. I also like to, when I'm on the computer, I'll go on various forums. I'll play some games on the computer, but more casual games, 8-ball pool. Big fan of that game. I'll sometimes play chess, Titans, Mahjong, Solitaire, all that type of stuff that you'd expect me to play. First of all, I want to say that I'm 24 and you're just sharper every day than I have in my entire life. My question is, what kind of hair products do you use? Maybe you could even do a review of your hair products. Your frozen breadsticks video was the first one I've seen, and I've been a big fan ever since. Well, my main product right now is Brill Cream. You could find it in several stores or online. It's an authentic product that many men donned in their hair back in the 40s, 50s, and even 60s, but it's still produced today. It's a good product, and it also adds the authenticity, to my style. Before back in 2012, I would use LA Looks hair gel for a more severe look, but now I use Brill Cream. A little dab will do you. And once again, I'm skipping a few messages here. I understand. I'll be getting to them all later on, but please understand. That we've got we're a little pressed for time here, so the next show I'll definitely be covering them all. There's the telephone again. Sales calls have been a little shorter lately, so that's good. I watch your vids every day and love your stuff so much that I pray to my Report of the Week poster every day. Yeah, I'm sure you do. Disgrace. Hi, I've been watching your videos for about 2 years now. I think they're great. They never fail to cheer me up. The new VORW lectures are particularly enjoyable. Keep up the good work and never change who you are. I'm sure you won't anyway. Thanks. 2 years. That's great to see. 2 years. They've seen a lot of me. They've been watching since 2012. When my channel was just 100 subscribers there, and when I was small, and they got to see me, go through the years, assuming they're telling the truth. Hey Review Bro, enjoying the new radio series as well. Really down to earth and chilled talks. Along with others, I also agree that a fashion/clothing video series with tips and ideas would be useful to the viewers. Also, I remembered you mentioned a tutorial on hair products. I would also request that for an upcoming video. Cheers. Good suggestions, my friend. Hello, I really enjoy your videos. I find them very calming. Send my love to Boston. Fair enough. Now I'm opening new emails. I don't know what I'm expecting here, so if they're inappropriate, pardon me. You're literally one of the coolest YouTubers I've ever seen. I really wish you had comments on your videos. But man, you seem like an awesome guy. Do you play any tabletop games? General thumbs up for being a cool dude. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. I play a few. Games. Can you list some that you play? Inkball, Chess Titans, Mahjong Titans, Solitaire. Let's see what else we got here. 8-ball pool, Minesweeper, Spider Solitaire. That's about it. Yeah, Buzzkill right there. 2 questions. What's your Zodiac sign? I don't know. I can care less what my Zodiac sign is. I'm not gonna say it due to the risk of I'll say it. What the heck? I'm not. My apologies. I'll get back to you on that one in private. And what pizza do you like best? Pizza Hut or Domino's? That's a good question. When it comes down to it, I'll tell you the truth. Pizza Hut is hit or miss. That's personally, it's hit or miss. It's either excellent pizza great meal, or they somehow screw up in an enormous way and it's a waste of my money. Domino's is always good pizza, and they don't screw up. I gotta go with Domino's. You know, I redid everything and they've got good pizza. After answering this question, she continued on. I love your videos and you shouldn't stop making videos. You are different than other reviewers, and that is what's special about you. Keep doing what you love. I certainly will. I have no intention of stopping at this point. That's today's mail. We'll clear the rest up tomorrow. Now, back to the show. Alright, well, certainly something. I mean, you've gotten a lot of feedback, you know, about the show, which I'm actually, pretty pleased to see. You know, I thought that no one would watch this stuff. I'd get maybe 1 or 2 emails, you know, but, I don't know, I'm actually pretty pleased with it, you know, so, really, thank you for your reception of the show. It means a lot, and, keep it up. I'm always glad to hear what you think of the show. So, it's a pleasure to read most of these emails, and, keep it up. And I hope you're enjoying the show. Well, a lot happened in last week's episode. No doubt about that. There's no no denying that a lot, didn't go down in that episode. A lot happened. A lot of stuff happened. Now, we're just going to take it from the top and just go down. First thing I want to talk about is those flashbacks, alright? How many of those flashbacks were there? I mean, I don't know. That's a little issue I have with the show right now. That episode was the amount of unnecessary flashbacks. I'm sure they serve a subtle purpose, but truly, completely, and totally unnecessary. Maybe 1 or 2 at the beginning would be fine, but literally every single time they had a conflict or some sort of fight, they would go to a flashback from their prison days, pretty much following the story of how Rick was there talking to Herschel. Good old Herschel. Good man. Talking to Herschel about Carl, and saying, he's turning into a little monster. He killed that one guy in cold blood. What have you. But, he was, I guess, worried about them, and they're going to try to integrate him back to being a little stupid kid. He's a stupid adolescent, but, trying to integrate him back to being a child, a boy. So, I feel that all those flashbacks were unnecessary, to say the least. I personally believe that they were just completely useless. I know they were there to show a point, to prove a point, but 1 would have been enough. But instead, I think they just did it to kill time, to ensure that not too much would go down at Terminus, so that they could leave everyone off with some crazy cliffhanger, and let them wait for 6 months. And that's what they did. But, I think half of those are just there to kill time, but what can you do? What can be done, Anyway, so that was one issue I personally had with the show. It was those unnecessary flashbacks. Now, obviously, Rick, it mostly, this episode mostly just focuses with, Rick, Michonne, and Carl. They obviously meet up with Daryl. But, while they're going, they set up camp at that little, that truck. They're discussing something. They're talking. I don't even remember what they were talking about. It was useless. I remember them discussing something. And I hear a twig break behind them. Of course, Carl's sitting there sleeping. They're just sitting there chatting away. They think nothing of it. Well, don't you know, gun gets put to Rick's head. All hell breaks loose. I have to say, Daryl's group made a brilliant ambush. I have to say that. Rick, obviously, Rick and Michonne. I mean, Rick, especially, being the main protagonist of, the story. he can't die. I know that. I know he's gonna live indefinitely for the most part. As long as the series goes, he's gonna be alive. So they really can't kill him off no matter what. Might have played out differently in the real world, but honestly though, Daryl's group, very strong group. I'm not gonna lie. In some sense, better than Rick and Michonne and all them. But just that ambush they did, they were able to just sneak up on them. About 7 guys, breaking only 1 twig. I think that was brilliant how they were able to sneak in like such. I absolutely brilliant in my opinion. Absolutely brilliant. Now, alright, I was trying to not give away that spoiler, in last week's show. I was trying to say, oh, well, who's Daryl's group looking for? He strangled one of their guys, blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, they were looking for Rick. Alright? It's that simple. They were searching around for Rick. The next guy who calls her, I'm just going to hang up on him. It's not even a sales call anymore. It's a relative, I think, but, well, oh well. Let it ring out. Talking about the phone. No, it's not just incoherent babble here, but it's talking about the phone. Heard it ringing. Anyway. So, Daryl's crew, pretty much, ambushed them. Yes, it was Rick who, killed the one guy in the bathroom and left him to turn. But, I don't know, truly. Brilliant ambush with their part. They were a little bit hesitant, though, to, kill off Rick. That's what led to their demise. But, when Daryl showed up, he tried to defend his buddy Rick. For good reason, But, obviously it didn't work. They started beating him to a pulp. And a fight broke out. Honestly, though, even when the fight broke out, even when Daryl and Michonne and all of them were resisting, even when they were all resisting and whatnot, Daryl's crew still had the upper hand, The only thing that led to his demise was Rick's brilliant move when he just came in, pretty much took a page out of the zombie handbook and ripped his throat out, pretty much. Just bit him in the throat. No one expects you to do that, No one expects you to do that. When someone goes there and, starts, pretty much just, when they're fighting, you don't expect someone to bite their throat out, especially with all the zombies and what have you going around. So, I mean, he did an unexpected move, and that's what won the battle, because all the guys were just standing there in shock when they saw their leader get brutally killed like that. And, so they quickly dispatched the other guys. Though the one guy with the knife who was, I don't know, doing what to Carl, just pretty much terrorizing him. He was just sitting there with this evil laugh, of the knife. I think he could have been more efficient. Personally, if he just stabbed Carl to death, I know it sounds brutal, but I really wouldn't have cared that much, if he just killed Carl right there. I can care less about Carl, He's just a stupid kid. So, if he died, it wouldn't be any problem for me. But, so, I mean, I got no problem with that, but, he was just a little slow. He was just sitting there terrorizing him, Basically just buying time for Rick to go and brutally stab him. So, no, that's about that. But, truly, I mean, the throat biting, though. When Rick bit the guy's throat, it played out exactly like the comic. And that's what I like to see. When The Walking Dead, it's obviously based off of the comic there. But, played out literally exactly like the comic. And, great to see that they are following the comic to some extent. You guys ever heard of a numbers station? I'm trying to record one right now. Sad if you hear anything in the background, that's a numbers station. Look them up. I'm not going to talk about those right now. Anyway, the throat biting played out just like the comic. Now, after the brutal attack, the brutal murder of Daryl's crew, Rick, Daryl, Michonne, Carl, they're all sitting there at the truck recovering, for the most part. Rick has another flashback. He has another little flashback there of his discussion with Herschel at the prison. And then they decide, well, we're less than a day's walk from Terminus. Let's go there. So, when they go there, go to Terminus, they, Rick, they basically get there, they see the massive building. I mean, it's a massive place. I think it was like a railway terminal or something. A big railway yard there. They got some fences. Nice building. Had a nice radio antenna there. And they decide, alright, well, I got the bag of guns. Rick decides, alright, I'm going to bury that bag of guns. Just in case. So they cross the fence and start going in the back entrance. They decide, we're not going to take, the chances with the front entrance. So, we're just going to go in the back, and hopefully that'll play out well. They were armed with, small arms, nothing, really that significant, nothing that could do too much damage, just with small arms. And, I mean, I don't know. I think they personally should have been more prepared when they were going in, but I can't blame them. What did they think they were going into, They didn't know. When they go in to Terminus, first thing they see is this older lady sitting there at the desk, with probably like 10 radios there and the microphone, and she's just reading off the script live. Terminus, sanctuary for all, community for all. Those who arrive survive. That's the first thing they see. I guess that was their communications room or whatever. I don't know. Wouldn't it be kind of boring eventually if you were that lady just sitting there on the radio all day repeating the same thing? I don't know. You'd think they would have a recording doing that, but I was actually kind of surprised it was a live broadcast. But who knows? And when they got into Terminus, after they went past her, there were all these guys at tables sitting there writing and basically working. What were all those guys doing at those tables, exactly? What were they all doing there, specifically? I personally believe that at those tables, now, I think that room was the communications room. The room where they managed all their advertising. I think, there was a lady obviously there off the radio broadcast, but I think at those tables, what all the guys were working on were new signs to put up along the railroad tracks and roads and what have you. That's what I personally believe, is what they were working on. I know someone was saying, oh, well, they were, working on plans or something. What plans? It's vague. I think they were working on signs, working on new signs to advertise their place to get more food in. Yeah, P.S. I think Terminus is the cannibals. Alright. That's all I'm saying. You heard it here first, ladies and gents. But I think they were just sitting there, at those tables and doing that. Now, they were greeted by, I was greeted by they were greeted by that hipster guy. What was the hipster's guy name? Gabe? Is that what it was? I don't know. Terminus. Let's see. Was that his name? Gabe? Oh? Damn. Where'd I get that from? Jake? Good. It's useless. Forget it. Anyway, they were greeted by the hipster. I don't even know if he gave them a name, but they were greeted by this guy who I think of as the hipster guy. He literally looked like a hipster. He talked like a hipster. All he was missing was the glasses, and that would be that. But, was the hipster guy their leader? I don't know. It's funny, though. The selection of people, had all the people there at Terminus. They didn't seem like cannibals, When you think of cannibals, you think of these big ruffians, and there's this hipster guy leading them for the most part. So I just found that peculiar, but I guess looks can be deceiving, right? But I mean, I believe the hipster guy was their leader. Now they spoke with him. He said, I got one question, lay down your weapons. Which they did. They presented him their small arms. And he said, alright, could put them back. Made them almost put their guard down for a short period of time. So they brought them into the main communal area, where, I think her name was Mary. Mary? Who knows? Yeah, Mary. Alright, at least I got that, name right. But, they encountered Mary there at the grill. She was the person in the last episode, before this one, who, said, I'll make you a plate. And, she gave the same line to them, and, Carl was about to get some steaks, quote, off the grill, aka Beth Burgers. So I think that's a human being they were cooking there. But, as they're cooking him up a plate, Rick's looking around. He's observant. He sees someone wearing the body armor from the prison. He sees someone else wearing the poncho. And he sees the hipster guy wearing, Herschel's pocket watch. Perfect accessory for the hipster, by the way. Just completely fills the profile there. Maybe, was it the hip? I don't know. It was someone wearing the pocket watch, though. And he realizes, son of a b, I mean, Rick was looking around and he saw all these objects that were obviously once from the prison. And he realizes, he pretty much has an epiphany there on the spot. He realizes, oh, my God. He figures, wow. Something happened to my crew here. Something obviously, nothing good happens. Nothing good happened to the people who are here. He realizes, he sees, the body armor from the prison, the poncho. Most importantly, though, Herschel's pocket watch. And with that, he draws his gun. He, realizes they might be dead. My crew, my team, whatever you want to call them, might be dead. So he pulled a gun, I believe, on the hipster guy, and he said, "Where'd you get this watch?" And that's basically when that's when he realizes Terminus isn't what he thought it would be. Everyone else draws guns, and soon a fight breaks out, and shots are fired. You got these snipers on the roof with machine guns and sniper rifles opening fire on Rick's small crew. And they're driven indoors, where they enter this little hall with all these candles, and it looks like some sort of shrine with writing on the wall. But first off, did you notice the pile of human bones that they ran by in that fenced-in area? Did you notice that at all? I think those were human bones. I need to look through that again in a replay of the episode eventually. But I think that was human bones. I think those were bones, at least, in there. If they were, well, then that's proof that Terminus was the cannibals. But they run into this room, and it's this big candle room, and that made me wonder what this place truly was. I think it's the cannibals. Never confirmed it, but I believe it is. But what was with that candle room? Was it some sort of cult or something? Was it a, what was it exactly? Was it a cult of some sort? Was it a religious group? Oh, what exactly was it? I have no idea. I absolutely have. Maybe my best guess would be maybe to have those candles and light one candle for every person that they killed and ate. I don't know. So that is yet to be explained. I'm sure it will be explained in the next season premiere. How many people do you think, though, are residents of Terminus? That's a better question. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe I'm gonna say around 50. You know, they had plenty of people there, plenty of people well armed, ready to fight. You know, eventually when they ran out into that courtyard there, they had like a good 8 or 9 people by the fence there. You know, just pretty much hiding out, guns drawn. You got the guys on the roof. You had that whole crew in the room there with their signs or whatever. So I think there's a good like 50 people there in Terminus. I personally believe. But anyway, so I mean, I think there's about, 50 residents of Terminus. Now, you saw that when, all of these people, Rick's group, they were rounded up and they went into that, train car there. And, they were rounded up and, that's where they met up with Maggie and Glenn and, Abraham and all those people. And, that makes me wonder, I'm pretty sure they were the food source. That's what I believe. I believe they were the food source, for the cannibals, in Terminus. But, I mean, I believe, it makes me wonder. They're in that train car there. They're sitting in there. And I wonder, I think they're the pantry, we'll say. That's the food source for Terminus. I think those big steaks on the grill there, I think that was Beth or someone. But, that's what I believe. Now, how many people are part of that pantry? It's a good question. Is it just Rick's group and, Glenn and Maggie and that whole crew? Or are there others? Are there other people held captive and held prisoner? That's a good question, because I have no idea whatsoever. So many questions, right? So many questions and so little time. So much time. We got about 6 months until the next season premiere. Got so many questions about this season, yet we have no answers. None at all. Oh yeah, I apologize for the noise here in the background. That guy giving the talk, that's one guy on the radio. Really extravagant or exuberant. But, I mean, that's about it. I don't have any much more to say about this. It's The Walking Dead. It's a, what have you, a recap about, the show. But, I believe, I don't know. I think Terminus is the cannibals. I think there's good evidence to support that. But, nothing solid, unfortunately, yet. But, I apologize how short this is. This is actually my second take with this section of the broadcast. The first one I was a little too... I was angry with something, and I figured I'm not going to upload that. So, there we go. The recording itself is probably going to top off at around 30 minutes. That's fine, doesn't bother me. Alright, you have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.